And how's it going, guys and girls? Wait, let me just check something real quick. Yep, it's recording. Okay, so back to the game. Oh shit, it's glitched. Wait, load game. Yeah, okay, so once again, how's it going, guys and girls? Me, Uncle, and welcome to my channel, and yet again we are here to play DDLC Blue Skies. Yeah, I'm sorry for not recording for a big while again. I have the impression that I'm always repeating these. Still, yeah, don't have a good excuse. It's not like an excuse, I always get late at home, so that's pretty much why I never have time to record. Either way, today I am feeling sick, so why not record a video? Yay. So, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So, another day, another weekend. I yawn and stretch, glancing over to the clock. 10:21 am. A little on the late side, nowadays at least. And it's a day I'll be spending with Sayori. My god, it really feels like another lifetime ago that we used to hang out together. If I'm totally honest, I'm a little nervous. What if it's awkward? What if she resents me for ditching her? No, don't be silly. Sayori is still my friend and she isn't like that. You're acting like an idiot. Are you? With the sick, I start my morning routine, wondering how the rest of the day will go. It's now a little past noon, and I'm just mindlessly passing time. Sayori and I didn't actually make any concrete plans, so we're going to have to improvise a little. From what I remember, she's not really much of a morning person, so I decided to give her a bit of time. I think I've waited long enough, so I decided to pull out my phone and shoot her a text. Hey Sayori, feel free to come over if you want. Hey, good timing. I've just finished getting ready. I'll make my way over now. Awesome, see you soon. I put my phone away. In hindsight, I really should have thought of something for us to do. In hindsight, yeah, you should. And just like that, Sayori is over, just the two of us. I know I said yesterday, but nah, wow, do I feel so nostalgic coming here again? Yeah, she looks around. I didn't really get a chance to focus on it because we were all studying, but nothing has really changed, has it? You've still got that embarrassing baby photo over there. She points towards a rather unflattering shot of me, still clad in a diaper and looking rather chubby. Glad to see you remember it. I laugh under my breath. So, what are we doing today? Well, it was your idea, right? I kinda thought you had something planned. Oh, well, I kinda thought the same about you. I furrow my brow. What kind of logic's that? There's not a whole lot to do here, to be honest. Whenever Yuri comes over, we typically just read and cuddle. Ah, I see. Her expression drops for the tiniest of moments. That sounds really cute, but obviously we can't really do that, so there's an awkward pause. For God's sake, say something. She's your childhood friend. Yes, she is, but you're in a relationship. Not if I was in a relationship, I would ditch my friends. That would be stupid. Okay, the thing is, don't do anything stupid, okay? Okay. Why don't we go to the park? The one we used to go as kids. Oh, that's a great idea. I feel kinda silly for not bringing it up myself. Well, you always were a bit slow, weren't you? I wink playfully and nudge her. Hey, at least I wasn't a massive chicken around Halloween. She stands triumphantly. Okay, well played. We share a laugh and head for the door. It feels wonderful, if not a little foreign. To tease each other, it makes me feel like nothing really changed between us. Yeah, you'll feel that a lot on the next road we're going to make. With spring drawing ever closer, the frosty bite of winter feels less and less prevalent. It's still too cold for a t-shirt, but with a hoodie on, the temperature is perfect. Pleasant, at least. Okay. Sayori and I take a seat on the park bench and look up at the clouds. So, tell me, Sayori, what's new in your life? I try to say as nonchalant as possible, attempting to fight the guilt seeping into my voice. She giggles quietly. Not much has changed. Same old, same old. It's a little hard to discern her expression fully as her eyes are firmly trained on the sky above. but I'm fairly certain I'm detecting some sadness. I don't want to jump right in with questions, so I opted for a more casual angle, hoping she'll talk more about herself if she feels comfortable. Honestly, I know that feeling too. Well, sort of. It's kind of hard to explain. On one hand, joining Literature Club last semester, meeting everyone last semester. It goes without saying that has had a big impact on my life, but at the same time, it feels like nothing really changed. Maybe it's because despite new faces and stuff, I'm still in the same environment, still waking up every morning for school, all the stuff. If that makes any sense. A smile works its way onto her face. You're sounding more and more like Yuri by the day. I don't think you ever used to be this reflective and analytical. You're like a third person to tell me that. Sorry. Must be kinda annoying, right? Not really. It's more eye-opening, if anything. You know, how you can adopt your partner's traits. Well, I've never been in a relationship before, so I can only imagine. She looks sadly up at the sky. Yeah, you're fucking up everything. Hey Siri, I'm sure there's someone out there for you. You're really likable, you know. She doesn't look convinced, so I press on. Not sure if I'm supposed to, or allowed, to give so many compliments to a female friend, but you're really sweet, and I know some guy out there is going to really value how kind and upbeat you are. And so rare you meet someone as selfless as you are. One day someone is going to cherish that. I know I've always enjoyed being able to call you my friend. My childhood was amazing, and a huge reason for that is because of you. She slowly turns to face me. Thank you. That really means a lot to me. And I'm really sorry, Sayuri. She opens her mouth, but I rush onwards, wanting to get my words out before I reconsider. I know it might be more natural for me to spend some time with Yuri, but that doesn't mean I should have done so at your expense. I feel really bad, you know, like I've just thrown away the history we have. That wasn't ever my intention, please remember that. Hey, you're so silly. I didn't ever think that you threw me away. It's completely normal for you to spend more time with your girlfriend. Besides, you make Yuri happy, and by the looks of it, she makes you feel the same way too, right? I nod. That's what I value the most, other people's happiness. But I want you to be happy as well. She laughs and waves off my concern. You honestly don't have to worry about me. I'm perfectly happy the way I am. You're still in my life, you know. I see you every day in school and we get to talk there. Plus, for things like Halloween, Christmas, study sessions, we all get to hang out, right? So please don't feel bad, okay? I'm just grateful we're talking again. Because I'll be honest, I missed you. Miss you too, Sayuri. We embrace in a tight hug. It feels a little strange being so heartfelt with a girl who isn't Yuri. But it's a nice feeling all the same. Don't tell me that will happen the same thing as Natsuki. Yuri will go nuts because we hugged her. Despite the initial novelty of the hug, it very quickly feels very familiar. It's not a little if not a little nostalgic. Memories come flooding through my mind. Sayuri and I begin together through a forest. Me buying her an ice cream. Us pretending like the floor was lava, hopping from a chair to chair in my living room. My mom helping us reconcile after a silly argument we had. We eventually break apart. There's a genuine warm smile on her face that I find myself returning without even realizing. That's what I want to see more of. And less of self-blame game, okay? She pouts slightly, causing me to laugh. Sayuri isn't assertive, and when she tries to be, it comes across as more endearing than commanding. Heard you out loud and clear, soldier. Good. Now, I think it's time we did some exploring, don't you think? Lead the way, Columbus. Oh, I remember these! This is from one of the best mods of this. You know I'm always talking about this mod. Fruits of Literature Club was an amazing mod, and I recognize this jungle from there. Jungle not. It's not jungle, it's forest. But I recognize this forest from there. This would not be a jungle even if I wanted to. Ugh. Well, something that I never want over the years is Sayuri's fascination with exploring. Even if it's ground we've already once traversed, she still acts like it's fabled terrain. I don't know. Not complaining though, her imagination was always something I enjoyed. You know, seeing the wanderlust on your face, it reminds me of when you wanted to be an astronaut when you were younger. I still think being an astronaut would be really cool, you know? I think of the views. Think of the news. Seeing your home planet from the moon. You still want to be an astronaut? Well, as fun as it would be, probably not the best. It would not. Wait, as fun as it would be, probably not the best idea. Given me and physics don't really mix very well. So, what do you want to do after school? Don't think I've ever heard of you talk about it. Ah, I haven't really given it much thought, to be honest. But you'll be a third year soon. I know. I don't know, I guess I'll just pick a subject I enjoy and go from there. I don't really like thinking about the future. Why not? Huh? Oh, nothing. Oh, look where we are. She points ahead to a clearing. I recognize the place instantly. We've had many picnics there in the past. So she immediately makes a beeline for one of the trees once she reaches it, and she sits down so that the trunk rests against her back. I follow suit and take a seat next to her. This one of my favorite spots in the entire park. So many memories here. You always liked this spot, didn't you? I remember how excited you were when we first stumbled upon this place. It was like a magical forest to you. Oh, you remember that? Of course I do. Yo, young Sayori! Hey yo, this is cute. Oh, look at this place. It's a magical forest. Do you think? Yeah. See that big tree over there? I bet a forest wizard lives in it. A wizard with loads of cool spells? Yep. I bet he could turn you into a frog. Bleh, I don't want to be a frog. I want to be a dragon. Well, let's ask him. She runs off toward the tree and knocks on the wood when she gets there. Hi, Mr. Wizardman. We heard all about your magic spells and stuff. Can you show us? Please? Ah, no wizard? No. Hey, that's okay. We can still have lots of fun exploring, right? You said it's a magical forest, so I bet we'll find this cool stuff. Like what? Like those magical horses thingies. You know, with the horn? Oh, you mean unihorns? Yeah, that's the one. Isn't it unicorns? Not unihorns. I don't know. Come on, I bet they're here somewhere. Hey, wait up. We have to be quick if you want to catch the unihorns, Sayori. I know, but look at these mushrooms. She points to the floor. Funnily enough, there's a bunch of colorful mushrooms growing next to a tree. Sayori crouches down next to them. Those are mushrooms, right? She pokes one and giggles. Yep. Do you think they're magic mushrooms too? What, like mushrooms that give us special powers? Maybe the wizard is growing them. I don't know. Mommy told me not to eat things from the floor. Why not? Because they're dirty and they might make you sick. And if you get sick, that means that we couldn't play together. That would really suck. She looks down at them with a sad expression. Can we at least take them with us? Then we can ask your mommy to wash them so we can eat them. Well, I think that might be okay. She bends down and plucks them from the ground, carefully putting them in a pocket. What if these mushrooms let you pick your power? Oh, which one would you pick? Oh man, that's a tough question. Flying would be really fun. Yeah, it would. You could fly like a bird wherever you wanted to go. It must be so fun. Yeah, but invis, what's the word? Where you like see-through? Invisibility. Wow, Siri, how did you know that? It's such a big word. She beams. I can be smart sometimes. Anyway, that would be a really fun power to have. You could prank a lot of people. What would you pick? It would be really nice if my power let me make everyone smile all the time. So no one would ever have to be sad again. Huh? But isn't that kind of boring? I guess. But I feel good whenever I make people happy, so I think I would choose that. Everyone's happy that way, right? I still think if this thing would be way cooler. I still remember the look on Mom's face when you told her you almost hate the mushrooms. I would never seen her look so alarmed. I guess it really wasn't the smartest thing to do, was it? No, not really, but that's what makes the memory so endearing, you know. that innocence that can only come from childhood. Yeah, wish I could go back to those times, those simpler times, where we did not need to worry about studying, tests, exams, having to find a job, and all that kind of stuff. I would have loved to go back to that times, but life makes us grow, sadly enough. I put both my hands behind my head and breathed a content sick. Those days were a lot of fun, weren't they? Yeah, they really were. Comfortable silence falls between us. Both of us are lost in the past, reminiscing about the good times. The silence is occasionally broken when one of us decides to share. Either way, I'm enjoying my time with Sayuri. Thanks for spending time with me today. I had a lot of fun. Oh, it's nothing. We should definitely do this more often. Although with exams coming up, it will probably have to wait until after they finished. I really don't like exam season, but at least this will give me something to look forward to after they're done. Uh-huh. Ah well, at least with our group study sessions, exams shouldn't be so bad this year, right? Yeah, you're right. I'm sure we'll all be fine. Who knows? Anyway, I'll catch you later. And she gives me a quick hug and heads back inside. Ah damn, totally forgot to ask her about the Valentine's note. Then again, did I really need to? I wouldn't really have achieved anything. With the high spirits, I make my way home. I'm glad I spent the day with Sayuri. Plus, as Monica said, it's good to spend a little bit of time away from your partner. Looks like I'm learning. I wish it was that easy. It's the moment of truth. The first day of final seasons. Silence fills the air as we all anxiously watch Sakurai pass out history exams. Here's to hoping that I don't blank out when I take it. But given the extra studying I did this time with the club, I'm thinking that I should do pretty well. While I'm not gonna jinx myself and expect to ace it, I'm startled out of my reverie when a sheet of paper drops onto my desk. Sakurai gives me a small smile as he passed by. At least he's rooting for me. Looking down at the exam, the words seem to swim before my eyes. But within a few seconds they snap back into focus as I clear my mind. I notice. Picking up my pen, I join my classmates and furiously scribbling down my answers. So, what would you think of our exams? Students rush around, Yuri and me, eagerly escaping school to rush home. Some are probably going to do last-minute cramming, while others are likely just seeking as a respite from anything related to school. A respite. Either way, everyone around us seems to be chatting about the exams. I feel like they were generally fair. There wasn't any unexpected material in them, at least. So in other words, you aced them. Well, I don't know about that. I think I did alright. You totally aced them. She smiles gently, not denying the fact that she is a top 10 student. She's a top student, okay. What did you think of the exams then? I probably did well on the history one at least, and I hope I did well on the others. If how you did during our study sessions is indicative of how well you actually know the material, I'm sure you did fine. Yeah, a gaggle of girls passed by, chatting about the approaching summer break. It's strange not needing to head to the club today. Yeah, but it would be a bit much if students were expected to keep up with all their extracurricular during exam seasons. And true, don't think even Monica would want to do that. Monica, the perfect teacher pet. Not wanting to do school stuff. There's heresy. Knowing her, she's likely studying as we speak. Speaking of studying, do you actually want to come over today to study together? Sure. It would be nice to study with someone and break the monotony, at least. Not to mention we would get to spend some quality time together. Oh, you dirty boy. I nudge Yuri in the side, making her blush. Actually, should we invite the others to and make it an official study session? Yuri stops in the tracks. You want to invite the others? We don't have to do it if you don't want to. Sorry, just that I thought that it would be more of a private thing. No worries, we probably just won't stay on task as much. Don't know if we've stayed focused on things before. Yeah, I'm just joking. I don't know why, but we're so awkward all of a sudden. You're not upset or anything, are you? Why would I be? You just seem kind of now. Oh, sorry, I suppose I think I'm a bit tired from the exams. You could say that I have a bit of a shorter fuse right now, so to speak. Although, of course, that's no excuse for my rudeness. It's alright, Yuri, that makes sense. How's about we brew up a nice mug of hot tea for you when we get to my place, and relax a little before we cram? That does sound good. I bet it does. Let's go. And so the writers completely wasted that one character pause and made him the king of basically no reason. Needless to say, the show finale was probably one of the worst disappointments in television history. You're quite passionate about this, aren't you? Are you sure you're not just exaggerating? It was going on for nearly a decade. Of course all the fans are gonna be passionate about something they've been invested in for so long. Seriously though, if you watch it, you'll get what I mean. Well, you did just spoil the whole thing for me though. You told me that I could. Plus, you read the books. You're gonna know a lot of the major plot points anyway. No, I'm just teasing you. I do kind of want to start watching the show now, though. You should, if only for the cinematography and acting. Look, we are here already. Huh? That was a surprisingly short walk. Time flies when you complain about things. Yuri stands patiently as I fumble to find my house keys in my bag. Maybe I can even start watching the first episode while we have tea. Ha! If you do that, I'll guarantee you'll finish the first season today. Finally find my keys and unlock the front door. I'm home. Man, I still haven't stopped announcing my arrival home. Old habits die hard, I guess. Welcome back. What? A brown-haired woman pops out from around the corner. Mom? Who else would it be? She helps me in a crushing hug that I happily reciprocate. It's been so long since I've seen my little boy. Mom. Give me a break. You can't blame a mother for missing her son so much. Well, I guess you're right. I guess. Despite my protest, I can't help but grin from breaking through. Then this must be Yuri. It's nice to finally be able to meet you in real life. Yes, hello, this is quite a surprise. I'm pleased to meet you as well. Yuri smiles awkwardly, fidgeting with the hem of her skirt. I should probably try to ease some of her tension. This seriously is a surprise. Why didn't you tell me that you were coming home? Ah, well, I wanted to surprise you. Yeah, no kidding. I did foreshadow this in one of our calls, you know. Actually, I think Yuri was there when I said it. I believe I was. And I would have to say that I'm definitely glad I was there to see our reunion. Look, his grin is really splitting his face. Ah, that's Mama's boy. Yuri. Hey, do you want me to act like a stereotypical angsty teenager? Oh god, no. I might have to extend my business trips if you ever start brooding. Mom starts laughing as I roll my eyes. It's definitely good to be back. Reaching out towards me again, Mom tussles my hair affectionately. Jeez, Mom, come on, I gotta catch up on all the affection. I wasn't able to lavish on you these past few months. And since when have you been such a tsundere? Huh, you don't know what a real tsundere is if you're calling me one. One of the club members is basically the definition of the troop. I'm guessing that club member wouldn't happen to be Yuri, would they? Yuri is about as far from a tsundere as you can get. Isn't that right, Yuri? Well, I can't say I'm much like a tsundere, but I would say that the opposite of tsundere would probably be someone like Sayuri. My mind flashes back to all the times that Sayuri, my mom, and I were together. I'm judging from Mom's face, she's thinking that same thing. That reminds me, I really have to catch up with Sayuri and her family sometime. Oh yeah, I think she probably misses you. Or at least she misses your gummies. Huh, of course. It seems like just yesterday that you were kids. Mom seems to stare into the distance for moments, sinking fondly at the memories. Speaking of kids though, we're looking forward to a purple-haired grandchildren in the future. Mom, both my and Yuri's face turn red in unison. You two are going to be so fun to tease. You really do have such a beautiful violet hair, though. Thank you. I've always liked the color purple. It's a much more interesting color than brown, at any rate. Whose fault is that I have brown hair? I wonder. Look, you really are your mother's spitting image. Jeez, we don't look that much alike. Oh, stop being a Tsundere and accept a compliment. Compliment? Mm-hmm. You wouldn't be nearly as handsome if you took after your father. I'd not and roll my eyes again, causing both Yuri and Mom to chuckle. Oh, I nearly forgot, where are my manners? Come in and sit in the living room. I'll bring snacks and drinks for you two. Thank you very much. Would you like any help? No, no, what kind of host would I be if I gave you work to do? Come on, let a mom do the job she does best. Fuss over the children. You know, Yuri, you may be one of the most polite young women I've ever met. Thank you. I'm sure that that's just an exaggeration, though. At its rate, you're going to break a record of thanking people in one day. Yuri, Yuri, das är... No, seriously, I can't believe how glad I am that my son is dating such a respectable, intelligent young lady. Yuri blushes and ducks her head bashfully. So, tell me more about yourself. I heard that you two met in the literature club. Yes, we did. I would actually been in the club for a while before he joined. As you can probably guess, books are pretty important to Yuri. I wish more people took up reading as a hobby. After all, you know that what they say. Well-read person are less likely to be evil. Who in the world has said that? I'll bet Yuri knows. Do you, Yuri? Well, yes. Ha, there you go. Mom smiles smugly at me as Yuri look and amusedly. Anyway, please continue with your story. Ah, right, where was I? Oh yes, Yuri brought Luki to the club and that's how I met him. She even bought me a book to make me feel more welcome. That's right, it was Portrait of Markov. Oh, so was it like love at first sight then? Yuri and I look at each other. Well, I definitely thought that Yuri was really cute the first time I met her. Yuri first turned scarlet, although she smiles at my words. I usually try to reserve my judgment of others until I get to know them better. But I didn't find him to have quite the endearing charm. And it certainly helped that he is very open-minded too. Ah yes, if I remember correctly, you have a bit of an unconventional taste in literature. Well, I wouldn't call it unconventional, but I do enjoy a good bit of horror. A woman after my own heart. Yuri. Well, I'm more of a thriller fan than a horror fan, but close enough. Have you read any mystery novels, Yuri? I've read most of the famous ones, yes. I usually read older authors, though, such as Agatha Christie and Arthur Conan Doyle. Ah, you do seem like the classic type. At any rate, I'm very glad that I'll have someone to speak about literature with now. Look, you here never used to read before you came along. Well, that's not true. Oh, stop trying to impress, Yuri. The only thing you'd ever read was manga. Well, Luke has gotten much more into reading since you've last seen him, though. We regularly discuss the books we read together. It's basically like a mini lecture whenever I talk to Yuri about that stuff. It's all pretty interesting, though. Yuri, I'll have to thank you for being such a good influence to him. It's not a problem. And I trust that you and that you too concentrate just as much on your schoolwork as you do on your books. Yes, Mom. And Yuri is a top student, so you don't have to worry about her. It wouldn't be too much to hope that Yuri helped you study some, would it? Actually, I have a bit. Yeah, well, the old club has gotten together for a few study sessions too. That's great to hear. And how have exams been going? They started today, right? Yep, we're both fine. Right, Yuri? I would say that our study sessions together definitely helped. We're actually gonna study today too. Oh, don't mind me then. Feel free to run along and study. I won't be heading off for another business trip for a while, so we'll have more time to catch up later. Are you sure? I would not want your reunion to be cut off prematurely. Of course I'm sure. Unfortunately for us all, exams wait for no one. You two had better to do just as well on tomorrow's exams as you did on today's. What is this? Oh, okay. Alright, Mom. Guess we'll study in my room for now. Good luck on your studies. I'll bring up some fresh fruit for you later. Thank you for your hospitality. You're more than welcome, dear. Let's go. Whoa, it's nice to see my mom again. Won't have to worry about cooking for myself now too. Mom, your mother is definitely very kind-hearted. Yeah, I was surprised how good she was at coaching you out of your shell. Hmm. I did feel very awkward at first, but she somehow got me relaxed after a while. Well, I suppose it helped that she is a reader herself. And she does remind me of my mother. What was your mother like, if you don't mind me asking? In personality, she wasn't actually too similar to your mother. I would say she was a lot more demure and certainly much less sarcastic. I think it's just that they both share loving warmth. That's plain for all to see. That makes sense. Anyway, I can see where your sense of humor came from. I mean, I have spent my whole life around her. I know that you don't tend to cook a lot by yourself, but you should cook something for your mother sometime. I'm sure that it would be a happy surprise for her. Plus, it's nice to be able to help your parents out. It shows that you don't take them as granted. Yuri, I gently reach out and hold Yuri's hands. Sorry if this is bringing painful memories for you. No, you're perfectly fine. I suppose that it's just making me feel wistful. You know what? We should all cook a family meal together one day, you, me and my mom. That would be nice. Yuri reaches up to caress my cheek. Finally, it felt like the whole world crumbled beneath me when I lost my parents. But slowly, bit by bit, it seems like my world is being rebuilt. I'm glad that you're the one helping me rebuild it. And I'm glad that I can help you too. We simultaneously lean in for a kiss. My family is back from abroad. And I've got my girlfriend by my side. Life is good. Life is good. Indeed, life is good. It's been a few days since Mom and Yuri met in person. I've been on cloud 9 ever since. Drugs? Come on. Don't use drugs, kids. It's amazing how happiness and bliss can literally transport you to another world. And with the ringing of the bell signaling the end of the final lesson of the day, I eagerly jumped to my feet. White day is upon us, and I've wanted to give Yuri my gift ever since I woke up. I make my way over to Yuri's classroom after I take out my gift. It's not quite as fancy as the chocolates she gave me, but I'm hoping she'll appreciate the thought all the same. Eventually I spot her in the throng of students emerging from her classroom. With a smile and a wave, she makes her way over to me. Reaching out, I gently clasp her hand in mine, which predictably causes her to blush. Given it's white day, I'm feeling a little more daring. I've waited all day to give you these. I am practically bouncing on my feet. She giggles slightly, covering her mouth with her hand. My, someone is rather excited. Yuri. She takes the gift back from my hand. Her smile grows wider and more heartfelt. I don't want to give you this to you at launch. Kinda felt like the reward would be better if I waited until the end of the day, you know. Well, they do say that good things come to those who wait. Oh my, this looks incredible. Inside it's the white day cake I picked out for her. The cake was Mom's idea, and given its elegant design, I was definitely not complaining. She was convinced that Yuri would love, and based on Yuri's reaction, it's safe to say that motherly instincts are pretty accurate. Thank you, I really appreciate this, but you didn't have to get this for me, silly. I don't appreciate the gift. Oh, I know I didn't have to, but I wanted to. Lean forward and plant a kiss directly on her lips. Her eyes widen as I quickly pull away, grinning. You do know how to fluster me, don't you? That I do. Happy White Day. The red blush on Yuri's cheek made the wait 100% worth it. Come on, exam revision can wait for one evening. Spend the rest of the day with me. How could I say no? Let's go. After swinging open the door, I called for my mom. Mom? No reply. Huh, is she out? There's a note here. It says she's gone out to town to see some friends. She'll be back later in the evening, and that you should call her if there's anything we need. So, we're home alone? Yes, it would seem that way. What we should do? What should we do? Well, she starts fidgeting. Why has it suddenly got really awkward? Oh, I really need to think about things before I speak. I didn't mean... It's okay. Would you like to make a bento box with me? If I recall, you seemed to really enjoy my bento when we shared with Naski. Relieved at the topic change, I eagerly jump at her suggestion. Yeah, sounds good. Mom did a lot of food shopping yesterday and she's made bento boxes before, so I'm fairly sure she'll have the ingredients. What are you thinking of putting in it? We should decide that once we see what ingredients we have at our disposal. Ah, yeah, great point. We start rummaging through the cabinets. Well, more like a rummage. Yuri looks a little hesitant, clearly unsure of if it's her place to be riffling through my kitchen. Do you have anything in mind? Mine are usually quite simple. Rice or noodles, some kind of protein and cooked vegetables. Stand home cooked affair, you know. But given that it's White Day, how about we cook something a bit more extravagant for it? What are you thinking? Do you know how to make sushi? No, but I'm willing to try for the end result. Alright. We could make some other side dishes, using vegetables like soybeans too. For the sushi itself, fish would do nicely, but if you don't have any, we can make do with an alternative. Oh no, my English is fucked today, sorry. Take my head out of the fridge and turn to Yuri with a bemused expression on my face. You can look at me, you know. It's your house as much as it's mine. Ah, right, of course. With her help, we quickly are able to identify appropriate ingredients and soon begin preparing the meal. Okay, so after you finish chopping all that, you add it to the water and the pot and turn up the heat until it's boiling. Then turn it back down to medium. Don't forget to add the seasonings to the water too. And I have to chop all of these vegetables, right? Yes, the lotus root, carrots, white radish and mushrooms. Obviously you don't have to chop the soybeans and kombu. Haha, got it. In the meantime, I'll get started on the rice. We both get to work and soon the smells of a delicious meal starts wafting through the kitchen. Thankfully the meal isn't particularly difficult to prepare, so we're able to talk about other things while we're preparing it. Don't think Mom would believe her eyes if she saw what I was doing right now. Ah, the cooking? Yeah, but not just that. I don't think she would ever expected that my first girlfriend would have taught me how to make delicious meals like this. First girlfriend? Oh, sorry, didn't mean like that. Way to go. The silence is proving to be excruciatingly awkward. It was just a stupid choice of words. Anyway, guess it's a pleasant surprise for her. I've always been a lazy cook, if you could even call me a cook. Or there's no better time to learn than the present. Another wise bit of insight from you. She smiles slightly, but I can tell that what I just said is still playing on her mind. Did I really mess up that badly? I wasn't trying to say that we wouldn't last. Either way, I'm really not a fan of how quiet she suddenly became. But hey, at least Mom really likes you, at least. Do you think your parents would have liked me? Hey, would you mind spooning the cooked rice into a bowl? Sure thing. I do as she requests, awaiting her next command. Next, you want to stir together the rice, vinegar and sugar until they dissolve. Then mix it into the cooled rice. And done. Okay, now I'll deal with the nori sheet. She starts with the sushi preparations, delicacy and precision in every moment. Yes, I certainly think they would have approved you. Although I think they may have been a little surprised, no doubt expecting my boyfriend to be more of a reader, at least before we started dating. Remember my father used to joke that boys may break your heart, but books will always be there for you. That little quip always make me smile. Is that the kind of humor you like? Neither of my parents was sarcastic, so sarcasm is, well, quickly lost on me. As I'm sure you've noticed. Surprised you're dating me then. You know how snarky I can be. Funnily enough, it's actually one of the things I appreciate about you the most. Huh? Really? But you said you don't like sarcasm. I didn't, at least initially. But being around you has given me more of an insight into a new style of humor, which I enjoy. Yuri, yuri. Yes, sarcasm is not that bad if you use it well. Like, if you are sarcastic about tough situations, you can always ease, like, what's happening, ease the tension, but you need to know when and where to be sarcastic. You cannot use sarcasm as you want to. You need to know specifically where to use it. Because if you don't use it right, you might ruin the moment. Or even worse, you might get yourself in problems. And we wouldn't want that if it's humor. You have a knack for making me laugh, don't forget. I'm glad that my comedy genius has finally been recognized. See what I mean? Anyway, I think we're ready to mix the mackerel with mayonnaise and spring onion. Onion? We're gonna use black pepper for seasoning, right? Yes, we are. You're learning quickly. Happens when you learn from the best. Swiftly plant another kiss. This time on your forehead. Don't know why I'm feeling especially affectionate today. Must be White Day, but damn, this is enjoyable. An hour or so later, we're both digging into our meal. It's a shame Mom wasn't around to see us making dish together. Maybe then she would believe me. Is it just me, or does food taste a lot better when you've made it yourself? Sorry about that, I'm back. So, is it just me, or does food taste a lot better when you've made it yourself? Most definitely. It's something I've came to appreciate. Maybe I could teach Yuri one day. Her diet is probably worse than mine. Speaking of Yuri, what did you do? What did you two get up to? Oh, on that day, where we hung out, we're not. Went down memory lane, I guess. Both literally and figuratively. We went to the park where we first met, talked about life, I guess. I'm glad I got to apologize to her, though. That guilt has been hanging over for me for some time. I assume she was rather forgiving. Oh yeah, of course. Told me not to worry about abandoning her, and that's a given that I would spend more time with you. She was happy that I'm back in her life, and she gets to see me in school and stuff. Hearing her words helped, but I don't know, I still feel a little guilty. That's completely normal. The most important thing to remember is that she doesn't hold anything against you, and that you two are still good friends. There's plenty of time to be able to spending time with her again. After all, you both enjoyed each other's company, did you not? Yeah, we did. Even though our friendship isn't exactly the same as how it used to be, we were still able to get along like nothing had really happened. Oh shit, no, what are you saying? The playful teasing, the shared nostalgia. She really makes her happy, doesn't she? Not. Don't think I've ever met anyone with such a strong, carefree, bubbly persona. You always do look exuberant around it. Eh? Do I? Yes, you do. Perhaps it's buried in your subconscious. Well, I guess I do have fun hanging out with her. It's nice to be around someone who doesn't take things that seriously. Like I can chill with her and joke about random stuff. She's gotten really good at being able to cheer me up too. I see. I mean, how can someone who's always smiling not cheer you up? It's probably activates mirror neurons or something. The way Sayuri laugh can be infectious. You get what I mean? Yeah. Where's the dramatic tension coming from? Are you that blunt? Are you seriously that blunt? Or are you just making yourself look like an asshole? Because if you're trying to make yourself look as an asshole, You're doing great, pal. She's obviously fucking jealous and you told her everything she wanted to know to be even more jealous. What were you thinking, lad? That's not the way we do it. That's not what we should do with women. Huh, Yuri, is everything okay? You seem kinda off. Hey, you're usually quite in tune with others' feelings, but sometimes you can be extremely dense. Geez, I never claimed that I could read people's mind. Anyway, what's with this sudden change in tone? I thought we were having a great time cooking. You always grin so brutally when you're with Sayuri. Is she even listening to me? Like I said before, if I do, I don't notice it. You don't get it. She, she's jealous. God damn it. Do something. Well, even if you don't notice yourself, other people can. If you contrast it with how you act around me, there's marked difference. A marked difference? Well, off the top of my head, I kiss and cuddle with you. That's something I shouldn't be doing with other people, right? We'll try and pull Yuri into a hug, but she shies away from me. Yuri, you don't know what I'm talking about, do you? Huh? I suppose it's so ingrained in you that you wouldn't notice unless I outright said it. If I'm supposedly this dense, feel free to enlighten me on the matter. I know I shouldn't be getting sarcastic with her, but I can't help feeling more and more irritated that this conversation continues. You always look your happiest when you're with Sayuri, even when you just talk about her to think about your past with her. Well, I don't know about happiest, but she's my childhood friend. It's natural to feel happy when I think about someone I've known for years and years, isn't it? It's just as I expected. Huh? She makes you happier than I do, doesn't she? What? My mind's spinning. How did we go from making food together and sharing kisses to this? I don't know. Words have a lot of power, you know. Yuri, we spoke about this. Where is this coming from? She doesn't reply, instead opting to fiddle with her sleeves. Come on, Yuri, talk to me. If we spoke about this before, then why don't you understand why I'm upset? Just because you know why you're upset doesn't mean that I know. Can you just tell me what's wrong? Don't understand how you can analyze books so extensively but remain blind when it comes to things like this. I really don't want to play the blame game. Look, I think I get what you might be feeling jealous. I mean, you just explicitly compared yourself to her. But I don't get why you're suddenly this upset when we've been having such a nice time. Realize that you were talking at length about how you feel about Sayuri. And on our white day date, nights not no less. You started the conversation about her though. I was admittedly curious about what you did with her in the beginning, but I didn't mean for this to spawn an entire conversation about how you felt towards Yuri. After a while, I was only engaging in the conversation with you to be polite. I didn't want to just ignore what you said about her. I suppose it was too much to expect you to be more tactful about it. Again, I'm not a mind reader. How am I supposed to know when you're upset when you rarely explicitly express it? Why can't you just tell me things? I'm guessing that you don't have this kind of arguments with Sayuri. Of course not, because I'm not dating her. Are you sure this is just about jealousy? I thought that you said you weren't jealous of my hanging out with Sayuri before. Didn't you say that you were only jealous of her personality and our close relationship itself? Yes, I did. Then is there something more that you're upset about? If you have a problem, just tell me. Stop beating around the bush or I'll never get what you want to say. Do you know how difficult it is for me to tell people how I'm feeling? I've spent the past decade or so of my life suppressing my outwardly shown emotions. But you can try, can't you? This is my trying. This is me trying. I just communicate more subtly. Okay, how about you try communicate unsubtly then? Don't get it. The difficulty I have when speaking about these things is almost as if there's something physically blocking my throat. That's just your own thoughts in your head making you feel that way, though, right? Just get it over with and blurt out your inner thoughts like ripping off a band-aid. I know you can do it. With all due respect, I didn't even tell you about my self-harm of my own on my own accord. It was purely by accident that you found out. Even so, it felt bad after you talked to me about it, right? Yes, but so just tell me what's bothering you. I can't help you if you don't know what if I don't know what's going on. She doesn't reply. The sudden strange silence feels more uncomfortable by the second. Yuri. I sig inwardly. I hate apologizing for things that are my fault. I'm sorry, okay? I know you feel so. No, you don't. How can you possibly know what this feels like? Do you constantly consider yourself an embarrassment? Do you know how it feels to have people feel nothing but pity towards you? To have people see you as a freak? Well, no, but that's precisely the point. Alright. Jeez, I get it. Just because I don't have those specific problems, it doesn't mean I don't have my own ones to deal with, you know? Everyone around us has their own demons, so stop acting like it's only you. Ugh. This is why I don't have arguments with my friends. Why bother? Just breaking up everything? That's sad. I wince as soon as the words leave my mouth. They sound a lot less harsh in my head. The look of deep hurt in Yuri's face prompts me to quickly try and undo the damage that's been unleashed. I rarely rub my forehead with my hands. It's just real frustrating being told that my problems don't matter, you know. That's not what I said. Like, how would you feel if I did this stuff? Refuse to talk to you about any negativity I was feeling towards you and, well, cut myself? I would feel like I would deserve it. What? Did she really say that? I expected her to get angry and lash out, but not to provide such a self-deprecating remark. Deserve? Let's be honest. I'm an awful girlfriend. I have to force myself not to roll my eyes or sig in exasperation. Yuri seizes on my silence and carries on with a deprecative tirade. I hide things from you. You're always doing nice things for me, and what thoughtful things have I done for you? She doesn't even let me answer as she forcefully carries on. You organized a lovely day out for Valentine, and I couldn't even return the favor for White Day. Here we are, acting like it's just any other day, all because I couldn't even organize something romantic for us. It's another pathetic trait of mine that I will never be able to shake, no matter how much I will do it anyway. Everything is growing faster and faster, and her tone is becoming more and more venomous. The thing of being unable to reach her while she stands in front of me is unbelievably demoralizing. I'm trying to be the perfect girlfriend for you, I really am. I thought that by making love to you, that would help. After all, it seems like that's the only thing that I can provide you. Wait, what? Back up for a second there. What exactly do you mean by that? Please don't tell me that you felt like you had to have sex with me. She don't even need to nod or say yes. The silence is just standing in confirming my fear. Wait, what? So, let me see if I get this straight. This young woman here. In the last episode, I have to censor their fun time because she thought that because she was his girlfriend, and to thank him for what happened on Valentine's, that they should have sex. And I had to censor it all. Everything. And because of that, she thinks that she needed to do it. She didn't want to, but she needed to. It was like an obligation, just because they are dating. No, that's not the point, Yuri. You're missing the point there. First of all, you're like what, 17, 16? Come on, pal, that's not the age to do that kind of stuff, for starters. Then, also, you know, that's not what defines a relationship with someone you supposedly love. You know, sex doesn't it shows that you love someone, doesn't show any affection. It's just a way to please your partner. It doesn't mean that you love him or not. It's just a way to please him and to please yourself. You just do what the flesh wants, not what the mind thinks or what the heart feels. That was a mistake. Also, you did not have to do it if you didn't want to. This guy is not that much of a jackass. For the girls out there who think like this, we don't only think about sex. Well, most of us don't only think about sex, because I cannot talk for all the men in the world, because sure, there are some sex addict freaks out there that only date for that, but not all the guys are like that. Why would you feel like you had to do that? Doesn't make any sense. That's wrong. That's sick. That's tiring. It's like you're saying that all the guys in the world just use girls to have pleasure. That's not what all of us think. Yes, you're right about one thing. Most of all, well, not most, but some of men think like that, but not all of us. And you girls put all of us in the same place. Like we all do that, just for fun. That's not how it works. But either way, who am I trying to lecturing? It's not like anyone is going to hear me, so let's go. I thought it was what I had to do. You said you wanted to. I wanted to please you. I run my hands through my face. It feels like everything that was going so well mere moments ago is suddenly being flipped on its head. No, no, no. Yuri, you don't have to be perfect. Why didn't you just say something? If you weren't comfortable, that's all you had to say. But of course, it isn't that easy for her, is it? I'm sorry, I know I should have said something. I don't know what to say. My mind is still trying to process what I'm hearing. Things really haven't really been going as well as I thought they were. With my face in my hands, I hear Yuri get up and walk away from me. Wait, where are you going? I need a bathroom. Easily my mind flashes back to the last time I saw you in the bathroom. The razor, the gasp of pain, the vicious jagged cuts on her forearms. The very arm that she's clutching right now. Yuri, don't. I can't help it. Yuri runs from the room, already starting to push up her sleeve. In a panic, I follow her, even just from the glimpse I catch from behind her. I'm afforded by the sight I wish I didn't have to see. A crisscross of gashes, each in different state of healing. Although most look scrapped over, a few smaller ones look like more fresh, as I can just make out little specks of blood leaking from the wound. It's heartbreaking to see. I grab her shoulder and when I catch up to her and stop her in her tracks. To my surprise, however, Yuri begins scratching her wrist, an action which catches me off guard, as I was expecting her to pull out a blade of some sort. This is the first time I've actually seen her in act, and it's a size like nothing I've ever seen before. She positively rips and tears at her arm, raking her nails down her skin and leaving angry red streaks on her wake. Dark red dots of blood spots. And why don't you do anything? Spot the scratch marks. Why don't you stop her? Grab her wrist, for fuck's sake. The raw visceral nature of her desperate scratching frightens me. It's almost as I thought she's trying to destroy all the progress she's put into healing just to have ugly reminders of her flaws behind. Ugly. This is the first time I've associated that word to Yuri, but no amount of bleeding at that a scar is beautiful would change the fact that they're frankly the opposite. I'm struck by a pang of guilt at the thought. Should I be thinking about self-harm like this? But I shouldn't act like I'm blind to the scars, right? Either way, that's all irrelevant at the moment. I've got to concentrate on Yuri. What are you doing? She doesn't reply, instead opting to tear away scraps with her fingernails. Yuri! What? What are you doing? What do you think I'm doing? That's a sharp beating edge on her tone. Yuri, did you think cutting was the only way I could self-harm? Yeah, Yuri, please just stop. In desperation, I reach out to grab her arm, however, she quickly wrenches it out of my grip and jumps aside. The scratching continues more furiously than ever. All of my instincts are screaming at me to intervene, but every time I step forward, she shies away. As the scratching carries on, the expression on her face slowly grows more relaxed. It's awful knowing that the only thing causing her to relax is the pain she's inflicting onto herself. Eventually, the scratching comes to an end. The slow trickle of blood down her wrist matches the slow trickle of tears down her face. My brain is trying to process that I've just witnessed Yuri self-harming. Needless to say, it's not doing a very good job. Silence falls between us. What am I even meant to say? I told you I was a freak. We have to get you some help for this. This, this really can't carry on. Yuri's not at my statement. What? What? Do you think I don't know that it's bad? If you didn't, if you know it, then why do you keep doing this? It is going to happen every time we have an argument. I can't help but feel anger as those two words resound through my head. Why not? How would you even know? You haven't even tried. This could have been just avoided if I just what? Therapy isn't just some magical fairy tale fix. I've already told you that it's just not that easy for me. Yet you seem to continually forget that I'm in your self-righteous lectures. Lectures? Really? That's what you think these are? I mean, how would you like if I cut and scratched myself bloody? How would you like if I turned my arms into an ugly mess? Silence. Didn't even realize I was breathing heavily until now. And worst of all, the distressed look on Yuri's face tells me that for the first time tonight, I might have just crossed the line. Wordlessly, she quickly yanks her sleeve down and pushes past me. Without breaking realization, I quickly see that fresh tears are now leaking down her face once more. Yuri, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I definitely reach out to her once again, but she whirls around at my touch, wearing an expression that honestly terrifies me. I don't want to hear it. Her expressions, the line, the delivery, the tone. Out of reflex, I shrink back. She storms out of the corridor. Instantly, I can hear her making her way out of my house. The slam of the door makes me wince. And so I'm left standing here, still trying to figure out what just happened. Slowly make my way back to the kitchen, bits and pieces of our argument flashing through my mind. The food is still on the table. If you just walked into the house, you would never suspect that such a scene had taken place just moments before. What looked like warm, delicious food before now appears slimy and cold to me. As I slump down in chair, I can't help but worry about what you're going to do when she gets back home. I should have gone after her. I should have done anything but let her go. Well, I say that, but in reality I know that I couldn't have done much. What was I supposed to do? Imprison her? Imprison her in my house? Physically restrain her until her impulses abated? Yes, you should have restrained her physically. Come on, not saying to use violence though. Even though you should have restrained her physically. A submission would have worked out just fine. But you couldn't just do that. You just had one job. Hold both her arms and hold still until she stopped. It's not that easy for you to understand, is it? These things only happen because you don't know how to act in these situations, young man. I cannot do much for you. This is script. I can only act when I'm needed to. And if I'm not needed, I can do wishes or miracles. I'm not a god of some sorts. Either way, I'm interested to see how this is going to go. If I had done that, I don't know if she could have ever forgiven me. I don't want to out her to anyone without her permission, so I don't think I should tell our friends or my mom. Would calling the police be an overreaction? If she were contemplating suicide, I would call, but didn't she say long ago that she specifically wasn't suicidal? Don't trust someone's words when they self-harm, you know? Don't trust about physical harm, at least. If she is not a suicidal, then why does she self-harm? Hey? That's a good question, isn't it? Should I trust her words and leave her be? We just established that she doesn't necessarily tell me everything, though. That doesn't mean she would lie to me, though, right? With a sudden rush of adrenaline, I whip out my phone and call Yuri. Please pick up. The dial tone seems to mock me as it endlessly rings. No answer. Shit. Try again and try again and again. But there's still no answer. Feeling a bit of despair settling in my stomach, I opted to leave a pleading voicemail in the end. Well, it was foolish to expect the reply, wasn't it? Unable to bear a sight of white day dinner any longer, I stumbled into the living room and slumped down on the sofa. Although I know full well that it's pointless endeavor, I still reach for the TV remote and flick the television on, desperate for something to try and take my mind out of tonight's events. I can almost sense the restless night coming up. God damn it. Just when I thought life was getting good, I really went and jinxed it, didn't I? Just so Yuri and I can talk things over soon. I doubt it. Things are not that easy, pal. Let's see what the future has for us. Another day. It's been a few days since Yuri and I had our argument. She never once returned my calls or texts, which makes me really scared that I've truly caused her some irreparable damage. Still, it's a school day today, so at least there we would be able to talk. Assuming she doesn't bunk off. Nah, she wouldn't. Refusing to entertain that though, I began my morning routine. Shortly after I start my walk, I noticed a familiar face, although not quite the one I was hoping for. Hey Siri, what are you doing here? She frowns at my question as if I asked her something stupid. What do you mean? This is the road I take to get to school, silly. It's just surprising seeing you up this early, that's all. Oh, she shrugs nonchalantly. Well, you know what this means, right? We can walk to school together. I try my best to sound enthusiastic, at least for Siri's sake. Yeah, let's do it. Spoiler didn't work. Hey, is everything okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Why do you ask? I just had a little feeling that something was bothering you, that's all. Compared to the last time we hung out, you don't seem as happy. Glanced over at her. There's a spike of curiosity lurking behind her eyes, but there is no denying the comforting smile on her face. Maybe it would be a good idea to get some outside perspective. I chuckled myself. You've always been good at reading, Mr. Yuri. It's about Yuri, isn't it? Got it in on. Got it in once. And she pauses, looking thoughtfully. We had an argument. Not really sure what to do now. I tried calling her after she stormed out, but she never replied, and this was during Friday evening. And so it's Monday now, and she still hasn't spoken to you yet. Sayuri pauses, looking thoughtfully. What did the guy argue about? I can't really say. It's not really my place to, if that makes sense. It was pretty personal. That's okay. I understand that you guys have your own personal stuff to deal with. But what should I do? Should I let her come to me? I don't want to be overbearing, but at the same time, it's killing me that I can't talk to her. Life isn't fair. Sayuri pats my shoulder sympathetically. Well, I'm kinda limited with how much I can help. Sorry, I know this must be frustrating being asked to help help, and yet I can't even tell you what's going on. It's okay. To be honest, I'm not surprised that Yuri chose to spend time by herself after the fight. After all, everyone knows how introvert she is. And introverts really like their own space. So you're saying I should leave her be? You already tried calling her a few times, didn't you? So she'll know that you're obviously concerned about her. Maybe you should just let her come to you when she feels comfortable doing so. Is that what you would do if you were me? I think so, yeah. But I've never been in a relationship before, so I don't really know all this girlfriend and boyfriend stuff. Believe me, Sayuri, neither do I. What does your heart tell you? Well, I don't know about my heart, but my brain is definitely telling me that it's confused. Why can't my organs just get along? She giggles. You shouldn't worry. You're such a nice, caring guy. I'm sure Yuri will come around eventually. Heh, I hope so. Anyway, onto something less depressing. Mom came over a few days ago. Oh, I bet that must be lovely. She's been away for a while, if I remember right. Yeah, she's been gone since like late August. So it's been a long, long time since I've physically seen her. How is she? Still the same? Yeah, haha. Her motherly instinct never go away. Still feels really guilty about leaving me alone for so long. The rest of the conversation thankfully isn't as depressing. It doesn't take long for Sayuri and I to reminisce about the good old days. But it just doesn't feel right. I can't fully immerse myself, not when there's too much in the present to focus on. And that's where we call it safe, everyone. I would encourage you all to do some extra reading on the topic. The build up to the Second War had many contributing factors. Who knows, maybe we'll even find it interesting as I do. With a self-deprecating smile, he laughs and heads for the door. I might just take him up on the offer of the school, but for now I can only listen to the gurgling sounds of my stomach. As I step through the door, I see all of the other of the clubroom members. Sayuri is chatting animatedly with Natsuki, and Monika is scribbling something on a notepad. On the other hand, Yuri looks like she's a million miles away as she idly pokes her food and take a seat next to her. My heart started thumping the moment I saw her again, and now that I'm physically right next to her, the thumping grows stronger. I'm not sure how to approach her. The others are around, and I don't imagine she would want to cause a scene, so I just opt the direct approach. Hey, Yuri. She jumps a little. Clearly, I was right about her being mentally preoccupied. Ah, hi. She doesn't say anything more than that. An awkward silence fills the air. Judging by the curious looks of the other girl, it's clear that it's not gonna notice. Okay, looked a million miles away. Got a book on your mind? Yes. Zero looks sympathetically towards me, while Monica and Natsuki narrow their eyes. The tension between Yuri and I grows more and more apparently by the second. Don't know what to say or do, with everyone else being aware of something amiss. In between Yuri and I, it feels a million times worse. Well, that Yuri doesn't want to talk to me. It's been a few days already. Thankfully, Monica reads the situation and throws me an escape. Sir mentioned that your mom came back last week. It's proving to be a real mental struggle to focus on Monica. Oh? Huh? Oh, yeah, she did. And? And what? She rolls her eyes. How is it? Seeing her again? Oh, look at Yuri again. She's still turned away. The tension is growing by the second. Yeah, it's nice having her back. We got to catch up. And she got to meet Yuri, which I think both of them enjoyed. She's really nice, isn't she, Yuri? Yes, she is. And oh my god, her cooking is really good. Really miss it. You know, things are bad when not even Sayuri cheerfulness can fix the situation. You know, you could just come over again. She would be more than happy to cook for you. In fact, I think she mentioned how she wanted to catch up with you and your family again. So that would work out nicely. Really? Oh well, I might take you up on that. Although I would be kind of weird seeing her again. I mean, it's been how many years since I've seen her? Like 4 or 5? Oh, has it really been that long? Yep, time really flies, eh? Tell me about it. It's crazy to think that it's already March. That Christmas party we had feels like just yesterday. I wish. Well, none of us are getting any younger. Might as well make the most of our times together, don't you think? That's such a serious line, Monica. Your vice president is really rubbing off on you. Hey, she's not wrong though. Our third year is coming up soon and that's our last one. And who knows what that will be like. Yeah, who knows. Stressful probably. No kidding. Although the conversation is flowing between us just fine, Yuri's lack of contribution remains painfully obvious. Every now and again, one of us would sneak concerned glances at her direction, but no one really wants to say anything. They know something is up between Yuri and I, and while they're concerned, they probably don't want to get involved in something personal between us too. Still, as the bell rings as we start packing away, I can't help but cling on to the hope that Yuri will be a little more receptive when it comes to the club meeting. Don't. The last few lessons went by unbearably slowly. Finally, the bell sounds signaling what feels like a final opportunity for the day. Of the day, I'll get to talk to Yuri. Ugh, this won't this won't end good, will it? I shake my head. That sounded ridiculous. I can't just talk to her anytime, or can I? Hey everyone, I've been doing some thinking over the weekend and I had an idea I would like to try out. Part of what makes us grow as poets, stepping out of our comfort zone and trying new things. Something everyone did really well when we wrote Halloween poems. So this time I would like everyone to take one of these. She pulls out a bunch of what looked like small blank strips of paper out of her bag. Yeah, what are these? Each strip has a theme written on the other side, and the one you choose will be what you'll have to write your poem about. Oh, and it could be literally anything? Uh-huh. Does anyone want to go first? I'll do it. Suri slips forward and takes a strip. Flipping it over, she reads whatever is written. A thoughtful look crosses her features. Well, this will be interesting. The rest of us follow suit. Each strip elicits a different response. Mine happens to be control. Of course, I had to get thrown into the deep end. Can we work with someone else? Of course, collaboration should make this even more insightful. Have fun, guys. Once you said it, Yuri just turned red. Yuri, the red skins exist. This is a proof. This is a proof. She turns back to her desk, pen in hand. Hey Yuri, you mind if we work together? You know, sincerely. I'm sorry, but I need to use the bathroom. That line will forever cause my anxiety levels to shoot through the roof. She stands up and swiftly moves for the door, pinning her sleeves as she does so. I can't just sit here and let her cut herself, but how am I going to excuse myself so it doesn't look suspicious? Precious seconds tick by. Must be showing a lot of concern on my face as Sayuri and Naski are looking at me strangely. Are you okay? Yeah, you're looking kind of weird. Monica puts her pen down and joins in. She could be pulling out a knife right now. Come on, give her more credit than that. I would say that if I didn't know what's already going to happen. She could even be thinking of suicide right now. She could be turning suicidal at the moment, you know? This pain is unbearable. What's going on? Yuri just said she had to use the bathroom and now I really would. Is everything okay? We could all feel the tension between you two at lunch. She's rolling up her sleeve while you sit here like an idiot. I'll be back in a sec. Don't even bother finishing my sentence. I bolt my feet and head for the door. Wait. Oh my god. This will be fun. My mind is in a frenzy as I hurriedly make my way to the bathroom. Why now? This is so much harder than when she doesn't talk to me. Ugh. Well, here it is, the girls' bathroom. No time to pause before going inside. All the social norms be damned. And immediately I'm hit by a sight that never gets any idiot to see. Yuri immediately looks up. I can't tell what's worse, the ashamed look on her face, or the freshly soaked bandage on her arm. Soaked bandage. She didn't clean the bandage before? What the fuck are you thinking? Do you want to get like infectious stuff on your arm? Want to get infected by something? And for a moment we just stand there looking at each other. She hesitantly slips a sleeve over the bandage, but the damage had already been done. Yuri, look at me. Please. The seconds stretch on, much like her defiance to meet my eyes. While I'm desperately trying to unscrabble my fervent pain, I hear the door behind me open. Thankfully it's honestly Yuri. Okay, Yuri. Wait, look, what are you doing here? This is the girls' bathroom. God damn it, Sayuri, did you really have to come in now? The timing couldn't be any worse. No, I was just... Look over at Yuri, who's now avoiding the both of us. Yuri, are you okay? I'm fine. Are you sure? You look really upset. I'll be okay, thank you. Do you want to talk about it? No, thank you, I appreciate the offer, but I just need some time alone. And of course, there it is, the withdrawal. Those walls she'll never learn to break out of. I feel a light tug on my sleeve. Come on. What? I should head back to the club. She can't be serious. I angrily gestured towards Yuri. Hey, can't you see that she needs some space right now? Besides, the girls are worried about you. She must have seen how unwilling I was as she sigs and turns to Yuri. Will you come back to the club, or are you feeling up to it? Mostly Yuri knows. I'm not sure if I believe her. But unfortunately I can't exactly object. This is drama. This is the drama road, right? This is a drama road where we all get to see the drama between these two. Yuri. As soon as we re-enter, Monica and Natsuki jump up, confusion and suspicion etch over their faces. Oh, you're back. Mind telling us what was that all about? Yeah, what's with Yuri? Not really my place to say. Can we please just leave it at that? I'm really not in the mood to discuss it any further. And I'm sure Yuri feels the same. Yeah, I think we should get in with our problems for now, guys. And give us a small appreciative smile. So Yuri's neck for reading a situation has always been one of her strengths. Monica and Natsuki don't look particularly satisfied, but wordlessly comply with Sayuri's suggestion. After a while, Yuri quietly slips back into the classroom. Her head is bowed, and she is trying to look inconspicuous as possible. She takes a seat and returns her poem, but not before a game of eyebrow tennis after starts between Natsuki, Sayuri, and Monica. Everything okay, Yuri? Yes. Apologies for my behavior earlier. It's okay, don't worry about it. As she says that, Monica and Natsuki fire inquisitive looks my way. I motion towards Yuri and shake my head. Tension still remains, but eventually all of the club members return to writing their poems. Thank God. Okay, everyone, she checks her watch. I think that's pretty much all the time we have. So we'll have to call it. Feel free to carry on working on your poem at home if you didn't finish it here. With that, everyone starts packing up their things. As I'm putting my poem in my bag, I notice you're hurriedly already walking out of the door. Here, wait. No, stop. Come on. Dude, stop. You're already crossing the line there, you know. I mean, yeah, she was killing herself. There, I understand you go rushing after her, but now, come on, you're just crossing the fucking line. There is a line until where the people can be assholes. You're crossing it. She needs some space. I know you are afraid she cuts too deep or that she becomes suicidal. That's totally normal. But is stalking her the best option you have? Come on. I thought you were smarter than that. If you keep running like that, she will keep running away. Don't you get it? It's not a win-win situation, it's a lose-lose situation. You will never be able to help her if you keep acting like this. Come on. I scramble after her, but she's already quickly disappearing from sight. Every step she takes feels like another mile between us. I'm still trying to comprehend the drastic change in tone our relationship has taken. I really miss all of the signs. How was I meant to know that she just felt pressure to have I cannot say that out loud now. And more importantly, how am I meant to fucking fix this if she refuses to talk to me? I kick the wall out of frustration, which does absolutely nothing except give me a sickening surge of pain in my toe. And did you just kick the wall? No, I was playing soccer with myself. What do you think? A look of hurt flashes across her face. Sorry, I'm only trying to help. Great, and I have a lovely bit of guilt to accompany the pain in my foot. I wince slightly as I reply, sorry, no you are. It's okay, I know you're just upset with all this stuff. Do you want to walk home together? Your smiles are capable of melting even the most grouchy of hearts. Don't know if I'll be very good company. Don't worry about it. Don't mind in the slightest. Besides, I would never pass up an opportunity to cheer someone up. Well, if they want to talk to me, that is. Yeah, alright then. I'm getting seriously mad about all this. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, alright then. Let's go. The walk is quiet. Sayori tries to engage me in the conversation at first, but stops once she realizes that it's futile. Okay, I guess we're here. See you later, Sayori. Wait, want me to walk you back to your house? I have to fight the urge to roll my eyes though. My house is like 1 minute away. You can see it from here. Not gonna drop dead in the time it takes to walk over there. I know, but I'm just worried about you. If something bad happens to you, I no, don't know what I would do. Well, too late for something bad to not happen to me. It's fine, Siri. Thanks for thinking about me, I guess. But right now, I think I just want to think things over. Okay, I get it. But if things get really serious, promise me that you'll tell someone, alright? You really shouldn't keep things bottled up. Well, it's too late for that. Things have already been serious for a while now. Alright, I promise. Good. If you ever need anything, let me know. Okay. You're like my second mom. Well, if I'm your mom, I gotta make sure I take good care of you. Okay. I'm gonna get going now. Thanks again. Bye. See you tomorrow. Despite Sayori's cheerful talk. Right. Okay. Despite Sayori's cheerful talk. I find my mood taking a dive again once I'm away. She really is something that makes you feel good, hey? You need to choose, pal. Life is not easy as it seems. No, it's hard because she is your best friend. And since you were kids, but still. You have to choose between her and your girlfriend. Things are not going to get any easier if you keep going like that. You know that I'm right. Not wrong about that, I think. I know exactly what's going on here. This is not something easy to resolve, but still it's not something that hard to take care of as you're making it sound like. Don't get me wrong, I'm thankful for a friend like Sayuri, but I don't think I'm going to be cheered up that easily. Although, without Sayuri distracting me, thoughts of Yuri are once more again filling my head. What am I supposed to do in this situation? I don't want to be too clingy or forceful, but maybe the situation calls for it? Or maybe I should give her some space for now, like Sayuri told me to do that one time. I'm seriously developing a headache from all this. Okay, I'm just going to let Yuri be for the rest of the day. Then talk to her no matter what tomorrow at school. With any luck, nothing goes wrong between now and then. Oh, believe me, that something will go wrong. Ugh. I don't like this. Once again, I'm really pulled out of a warm, comfortable snooze by the invasive blaring of my alarm on my phone. Still half asleep, I fumble for the offending item and slam the alarm off. But the damage has already been done. Ugh. My brain wastes no time in reminding me of what happened yesterday, both during lunch and during the club meeting. Wonderful starting the day in a bad mood is perhaps the worst way to start it. Good morning. Give a non-committal grunt in reply. Mom looks up from her coffee with a look of surprise on her features. Good to see you as well. Not a morning person, Mom. You know that. Unfortunately, not even Sayuri was really able to cheer me up yesterday after school. She really tried, but I just couldn't get Yuri off my mind. Mom is silent as she studies me. There's no way I would be able to hide the fact that I'm still in a bad mood, so I mentally prepare myself for a flurry of questions. Come on, moms are not that bad. You don't seem so chipper today. What's wrong, honey? Nothing. She sings to herself. I can read you like a book. It's Yuri, isn't it? What? How did you call it motherly intuition? What happened? Look, I can't help you unless you let me. I'm really not in the mood to delve into it. Her tone is gentle as she speaks. I understand that you're upset, and please don't bottle things up. Communication is the most important aspect of any. Yeah, I'm well aware of that. I have to get going anyway. Don't want to be late. Snatching a piece of toast and ramming into my mouth. Wait, no. What did you do to your mom? I'm going to fucking kill you if you did something wrong. Mouth, I head out of the kitchen, doing my best to avoid what I can only assume is a disappointed look on my mom's face. Morning lessons are feeling like such a drag. I'm finding it harder and harder to concentrate. My mind keeps focusing on questions that I would rather not be asked. Such as, have I caused irreversible damage with Yuri? We're not over, are we? I wish as I go over the things I said to her on Friday evening, calling her arms an ugly mess. But seeing her scratch herself like that, it was scary. Of course, I would be more liable to panicking and saying something stupid, but the look on Yuri's face serves as a chilling reminder that boundaries are definitely crossed that day. The lunch bell rings. At least spending time with the girls might take my mind off it, if not for a little while. As I enter the club, I immediately notice that both Yuri and Monica aren't in. Well, Monica is fairly hit or miss, given how busy her schedule is. With Yuri, the feeling of something is amiss starts to bubble up. Hey. Hi, just us today? Yeah, looks like it, unless Monica shows up, which wouldn't surprise me. Neither of us have seen Yuri. Neither of you have seen Yuri. Sayuri exchanged looks with Natsuki. There's no denying the look of concern in both their faces. No, we thought you might know? I shrug, fat chance of that. You've seen how she's been talking to me recently. Been worried about her ever since I saw her in the bathroom yesterday. Natsuki nods her eyes at me. Yeah, what's up with that? You never told us. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep it that way. Hey guys, I think we should go and find her. What do you think? I know she said she wanted to be alone yesterday, but yeah, let's do it, come on. Hey, wait for me. I'll take the girls' bathroom. Hey Naski, do you want to check her homeroom? Yeah, sure. I'll try the courtyard and the roof then. With our hastily made plans, we each set off for a separate destination. Despite my best efforts, I'm not having any luck finding her, although this doesn't surprise me. To be honest, the only place I could imagine her being right now would be the girls' toilets. Trying to quell the disgust in my stomach, I head for the roof. Just as I thought, empty. With a heavy heart, I head back downstairs. Any luck? Siri shakes her head dejectedly. Maybe she just didn't come in today. Yeah, she didn't. One of her classmates told me. Hey, couldn't you have just called her? You say that like she would actually respond to me. Huh? Something really bad went down between you two, didn't it? I don't answer. Don't worry. She's probably just feeling sick or something. Yeah, that would be the case, but not this time. That would be the normal case, I mean, but not this time. Yuri isn't the kind to skip school. You're right about that. Hmm. Wait a bit. Listen. Yuri isn't the kind to skip school. Yeah, okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. So, let's get going. Sayuri is right. Yuri isn't a truant by any means. Which either means she is ill or the lunch bell rings, but it sounds like a million miles away. Dimly, I'm aware of Sayuri and Natsuki talking. Anyway, I'll see you two at the club, okay? Natsuki mutters something that I don't catch. Yeah, but I have no intention of sticking around for the rest of the school day, let alone the literature club meeting. Taking a deep breath, I knock on the front door. Please open, please open, please open. The seconds that had passed by feels like hours. Nothing. Abandoning the diplomatic approach, I pound on the door much harder. Each knock reflects the desperation I'm feeling. Nothing. Disappointment and no worry flare up, both as strong as the other. I restlessly pace on the spot, pondering my options. All breaking in is tempting, even I know that's way too over the top. Check my phone, knowing full well I won't have any message or calls from her. Sure love being proven correct. It's only, well, 1380, so I can't go home yet. Mom would flip if she knew I was ditching school. Guess my best bet is just to sit tight for a couple of hours. Yeah, it's a pretty bad plan, but unfortunately it's all I have right now. And yet a few hours later, still no luck. My stomach gurgles, and I can really feel the stiffness in my joints from having sat down for so long. And of course, nothing from Yuri. I gaze towards the door. Who knows what Yuri is doing within? Well, if she is even inside. I could call the police and ask for a welfare check. Seems a little drastic though. Plus, if she's fine and doesn't want to talk, I'm pretty sure police intervention will make things even worse. That is, if they can get any worse. This is if they can get any worse. With a surge of anger, I smashed on the door one last time, much like with me kicking the wall. It achieves nothing except a white-hot pain in my fist. My stomach gurgles again as I wave a bit of frustration rolls over me once more. I just wasted hours of my life for absolutely nothing. For a girlfriend who won't even speak to me. I shake my head. How did it come to this? Hey, what? Mom just used the toast. I'm half-heartedly trying to eat. You need to eat. You don't want to be late for school. Not hungry. She speaks quietly. I know you're upset, sweetheart, but you can't stay like this forever. I'm sure that whatever's going between you and Yuri will get better. Really hope so, Mom. This is just the nature of teenage love, I'm afraid. Anyway, shouldn't you be going now? I warily look up at the clock. She's right. Yeah, see you later then. Bye, have a good day. In spite of myself, I find myself walking towards Yuri's house. I know I'll likely just get ignored again, but a part of me tells me that I have to at least try. School can wait. And here we are. That dark red door. The dark red barrier that Yuri hides behind. Yuri, here I am calling out to the door. Trying to shake off how ridiculous this must look, I press on. Look, I know things aren't right between us. I nearly snort after I realized what I just said. That must have been an understatement for the century. Of the century. But please, just talk to me. I'm worried about you, especially after I found you in the girls' bathroom. Please, Yuri, I know you're there. Well, I know you're home at least. Although there is a good chance that you're in your bedroom. I'm talking to no one at all. My voice cracks a bit with emotion. Yuri, I'm begging you. Please hear me. Please be okay. Just want you to be happy. Yuri. Nothing. I see and close my eyes, slumping down against the door. I was an idiot for thinking this would have gone any differently. The question is, do I commit an entire day waiting here? Do I cut my looses and... Ha! Well. Look who decided to appear. The soft sound of a click and the door slowly cracking opening jolts me to my feet. Through the slight ajar doorway I can see a very unsure looking Yuri. For a moment there's silence between us, a silence that actually feels very, very awkward. Can I come in? Wesley, she looks down, biting her lip. My mind's high. I can practically see her reading back behind her shell again. Or receding back behind her shell again. That shell that I thought I would help crack for good. Or we can just talk here if you're not comfortable letting me in. Honestly, I'll take whatever I can get at this point. At my word, Yuri nods and slowly swings the door open. I can hardly dare to believe she's even talking to me again. On paper, it sounds ridiculous. Who would internally celebrate talking to their girlfriend again? But after everything that happened, it just goes to show the severity of the situation. So I'm nervously jamming my hands in my pockets. I struggle to get some words out of my mouth. Anything to break this awkward silence, but I don't even know where to start. There are so many things I feel like I should say. The weight of Jackman feels like it's weighing even heavier on my shoulders now. She's looking at me with an expression both expectant and sad. Neither of us know how to make the first move. How have you been? And of course I opened with such a stupid question. I've been okay. More silence. I see. That's good. It's almost laughable. She can't really think that I would believe she's been okay, right? Or, oh, and here it comes again, my damned sarcastic side. Yuri, look, you're going to have to make sure you don't accidentally snap at Yuri. Lord knows when the next time I'll get to talk to her will be. Funny how my emotions fluctuate so violently nowadays. At least when it comes to Yuri. From guilt to sadness or to anger to frustration, my mind been scrambled since our fight. Sorry, just trying to figure out what to say. There's just so much we have to talk about, I don't know how to start. Same here. Yeah, come on, we could just talk to her. Just wish we could go back in time to how we used to be. Here, I miss being with you and I'm so worried about you. Those happy times when we could just chit chat and giggle over nothing. I would give anything to go back to those times. Well, at least you still have her to do all that. So Yuri, why are you bringing her into this? She's only irrelevant to what's going on between us. Sorry, what I meant to say was, regardless of what happens, you'll always be able to turn toward. Here, I feel like you've already made up your mind about this. It seems as you've resigned yourself to never changing and just breaking up. Please tell me I'm wrong. It's hard to talk about these matters. I know it's hard. You think I don't know that? But if we want to fix things, we have to talk. No. If you know, then why have you been ignoring me an entire week? Despite my best efforts to remain calm, I can feel my temper flaring up again. Just wanted to talk to you, to somehow solve our problems together. But how am I supposed to do that if you don't communicate with me? Our relationship can't be saved if it's just me working on it. How do you think it makes me feel? Look, I know that you have problems that are probably outside the realm of my comprehension. A hint of sarcasm begins to unwillingly creep into my words. But all this stuff seriously affecting my own mental health too. My feelings aren't invalidated because you may have more difficult problems to deal with, right? I never said, yes, you might not intend, but sometimes it feels like implications like that weigh down on me. So come on, Yuri, if I can talk about these things that I've never told anyone else before, why can't you? Okay, I know that you're probably unsure of what to say first. So, how about we start with the argument? Could you tell me your side of it? What did I say that upset you so much? I feel like I'm being too aggressive now, but I can't help it. It has. It says I thought I have to get answers out of her while I still can. You do not understand. Have you not been listening to a thing I said? How am I supposed to understand if you're not helping me to see your perspective? Hey, she looks down, fiddling with a strand of hair. I can't. You what? I can't deal with all this right now. What are you talking about? If you can't even understand this, how am I supposed to explain why things you've said were hurtful? And again, with this lack of communications. Have you even heard yourself? Do you know how much you've been pushing me in this conversation? Look, sorry if I'm being kind of blunt right now. But what else am I supposed to do? I've already tried giving you space. I'm playing the good cop, so you can't blame me for trying to be more assertive this time. I wouldn't call this being assertive. No, then what would you call this? Yuri, just forget about social constraints and politeness for a moment. Even if your honest feelings are going to hurt me, I want to hear them. If you believe politeness is the only thing stopping me from talking, then you must not know me as well as you thought. Huh? But that's beside the point. Okay, but I'm serious when I say that you can lay it out on me. Just tell me what you're thinking already. Can you stop attacking me for 1 second? Attacking? I'm sorry it feels like I'm attacking you, but if it's the only thing that seems to have worked so far. What do you want me to do then? Not say anything? I want you to do what you had been doing all along. That is until our argument. But I really didn't make too big of a difference acting that way. All this time I've been trying to gently nag at you to open up and go to therapy. And to actually try something to fix your problems. And look where we are now. So now you finally show your true face. What? Should have known that no one could be that kind and patient towards me. All this time you've just been fair weather friend, or should I say boyfriend. What are you on about now? You can't handle our relationship unless everything is happy. Back then you would let me believe that you would support me no matter what. Even when you knew that I was getting bullied. Even when you found out how much of a freak I am. Everything was just a lie, I guess. All you want to do is dump me at the therapist's office and to cure me. That's totally not what I was trying to say at all. And are you going to just forget about everything I've done out of love for you? I've helped you do things like deliver books at school countless times. Not to mention all the times I've helped you talk to cashiers and strangers. Oh, and don't forget all the phone calls I've made for you too. Every single time I've tried to support you and have your back, even during the times when you were wrong. I've stood beside you, through thick and thin. I've had to think up dozens of pep talks on the spot. All that just to help you feel better about everything. Yuri looks down, unable to meet my eyes anymore. Some emotion, guilt maybe, or shame, clouds the violet over high rises. And about all my talk of therapy, well, what else am I meant to do here? Do you really think self-harm is something I'm experienced with? I only found out about your scars by accident. You haven't told the other girls or even your parents, so... Hey, do not talk about my parents. It's kind of scary how I can tangibly feel Yuri's mood spike from bleak distress to anger. Still, I can't seem to stop myself from pressing on. Why don't? Why not? Don't forget I comforted you about that too. And you know what? If you didn't communicate with them, if they couldn't even help you, how am I supposed to do that? You don't know anything about the relationship I had with them. You know, you're right. I'm starting to believe that I don't know much about you either. I don't even know why our argument happened in the first place, and how this conversation turned into an argument. Scorn raises her voice as she snaps back at me. You know some of the darkest secrets, yet you're still incessant in insisting you know nothing about me. Yeah, I am, because apparently nothing changed since the very beginning. Our relationship is stagnant, as all your problems are still running rampant. Your communication is in shambles. We're supposed to be talking about all of this because it leads to solutions, or at least it's meant to do that. You take your self-harm. What would be your solution to that? If you say therapy, yes, it is therapy. But surprise, surprise, you don't want to try it. Yeah, okay. Therapy isn't the magical fix that your naive, idealistic viewpoint leads you to think it is. I'm trying to push you to change you for better, Yuri. This is why we're never going to fix our problems. In fact, that's probably why we've never been having fights lately. You've barely talked about what's bothering you until it's way too late. You've adopted the worst way of dealing with your issues, and you just blatantly refuse to try a different method. How are you ever going to be better? Do you even want to get better? I'm starting to think you don't. You might not like it, but you're gonna have to do stuff you don't like if you want to change. You can't stay cuddled little girl forever. Cuddled little girl forever. When are you going to grow up and realize this? There's a moment of silence for a moment, then suddenly tears begin leaking out of Yuri's eyes. But despite the tears, there's a quiet fury in her voice. You're not going to be the one to fix me. She goes to her hand tightly in fists, digging in her fingernails in her palms, hard enough to turn her nose white. Relationships aren't a cure-all. And it's about time you got that through your fucking head. For a moment I'm turned into silence. I've never heard Yuri swear before. The magnitude of the intensity behind her words make me realize just how serious the situation really is. I mean, if you think that you were even more stupid than I thought. Without waiting for my reaction, she slams the door in my face with surprising force. However, not even the loud slam of the door breaks me out of my stupor. As I stand numbly on the doorstep and wait for my sense to slowly return, the hopelessness of the situation sinks in. I stare at the door, not even trying to fight off the waves of despair coursing through me. How is this possible that things got even worse? Well, you know, when you're a fucking dick and don't know how to speak calmly, things like this happen. You know? How is it possible that once more I'm once again separated from you by a physical barrier? Why do you think it is possible? The smooth brown hue of the door taunts me. The more miserably stare at it, the more it feels like some sort of impenetrable fortress. The shock of being thrown out and hearing Yuri swear, which blunted the anger I'd been feeling, is quickly ebbing away, leaving only resentment in his wake. Yeah, that's right, just close the door on me, because that'll really fix all your problems, won't it? I bang fiercely on the door once more, but this time there's complete silence that contrasts hugely against the whirlwind in my head. It's almost funny how someone so eloquent and expressive with her language is so god-awful at communicating, you know. Well, it would be funny if it weren't so sad. With one last bang on the door, I turn on the wheel and leave, despite the sarcastic part for me enjoying the verbal fury I just threw at her. There's no denying the bitter aftertaste of my words. Well, there's no point in staying here. With an annoying sig, I remembered that I meant to go to school, which means home is a no-go for now. Guess I'll have to kill some time. Don't know why I chose this place in particular. My feet have been guiding me, and my brain just followed along as if it were an autopilot. The only thing I'm focus the only thing I'm focusing on the moment are the words. Well, they feel more like bullets that were fired between us just now. I pick up a rock and throw it as hard as I can. It's cathartic in a sense. Putting all of my energy into physical actions afford me a tiny bit of relief. All you want to do is dump me at the therapist's office to cure me. Is that really how she fucking sees things? Alpha hero of getting to know her, dating her, only to be told that that's how callous she thinks I am. I pick up another rock and throw it as hard as I can, but this time the sensation does a little to quieten my anger. I'm trying here. I'm trying my fucking best, but you're not giving me anything to go off. How am I meant to know when I'm doing well, or how to correct my wrongdoings if you straight up refuse to talk to me? How was I meant to know that you felt like that? How am I meant to know anything at all? What even are we? This isn't how a boyfriend and a girlfriend should act. It's right. It's sad. Right at the beginning of our relationship, I wondered about what we were. And now, when it looks like this is the end of our relationship, here I am wondering the exact same again. Maybe things will just blow over. Couples argue all the time. They do, but I wince as I recall the quiet fury in her voice, as she warned me not to talk about her parents. Deep down, I know I've overstepped some sort of boundary. Again, the question is, can I redeem myself? No, you can't. You cannot. That question lingers over me throughout the day, even after I'm back at home. There's no need to wake up. Hey, you're going to be late for school. I ignore her voice as I lie in bed, staring dejectedly at the ceiling. Sleep barely came to me last night, I given. Really. And besides, school is the last thing on my mind. I know for a fact that if I went in, I wouldn't even retain any information. Plus, having to face the suspicious look of the other girls' faces. Nah. School is definitely a miss for today. Can't imagine Yuri would want to go to school either way. So I can't even use school as an excuse to see her. And even if she did, based on last time, she wouldn't talk to me anyway. Footsteps grow louder and louder outside my room, and I brace myself for the lecture I'm about to receive. For my surprise, even though Mom comes through the door, there's no immediate scolding. As I take my eyes off the ceiling, I notice the concerned look on Mom's face. Sweetheart, please, I hate seeing you like this. I never would have imagined your problems with Yuri were this bad. Just talk to me. Well, it looks like I'm both the giver and receiver of the command. She sits down on the foot of my bed. Did you two break up? I don't know. I think she hates me, Mom. Tears threaten to escape my eyes, and I'm in half a mind to hide them, while the other half is tired of hiding how much this is affecting me. Rhea won't even talk to me anymore. I tried talking to her yesterday, but we just had another fight. What was this fight about? Close my eyes as another secret escapes me. Just the same stuff as our first fight last weekend. Tried being patient with her, but some of the stuff she said just really pissed me off. You're still not giving me much information. Really want to help you, but I just can't if I don't know the context of the argument. I know, and I really appreciate you trying. Can we maybe talk a little bit later? Didn't get much sleep last night, I'm feeling really drained. But this means missing school? Yeah. I know what you're thinking, but I wouldn't even be able to remember anything if I did go in. She doesn't look happy, but I can tell that she's at least thinking it over. I'll allow it on one condition. But promise me that you'll at least talk to someone about this, okay? If not me, maybe Sayuri. It's just not healthy to keep all of this to yourself, and I can't let you just bottle this up. It can lead to all sorts of destructive behaviors, and it's hard to enough to see you unable to face going to school. Okay, I'll see how I'm feeling later, okay? Alright, if you need me, you know where I am, okay? Sleep well, I'll try. The rest of the day passes with mundane slowness. For the most part, it's proven to be very uneventful. After catching up on sleep, I can definitely say that I feel better, at least physically. Despite the boringness, the day has given me a lot of time to think, namely about the promise I made Mom just a few hours ago. She's right, maybe I should call Sayuri over. Even though she can't fix anything, I can't deny that her presence alone makes things feel a little better, if only for a moment. Well, it's 6:30, so she should be at home. Before I get a chance to reach my phone, however, a light knocking sound fills my door. Hey, do you mind if I come in? Sayuri? Yeah, of course, come in. The door opens, revealing a very concerned looking Sayuri. She wasted no time coming up to me and enveloping me in a warm hug. Your mom told me that you were feeling sad. You were feeling really sad, so I came here to try and cheer you up. Yeah, well, that's really sweet of you. I was actually thinking of calling you over. Funny how that works out. So, talk to me. You weren't in school today, and I was really worried. It doesn't really matter, I'm just being silly, that's all. Sometimes I don't even understand myself. I just admitted that I should talk to her, and yet even she's here, don't want to cause the fuss. It does matter though. Look at how it's affecting you. Please don't think that your problems aren't worth anything, okay? Now can you tell me what happened between you and Yuri? She gently squeezed my hand and my breath hitches in my throat. For a moment I look into her eyes and find nothing but warmth. Okay, but you have to promise me that what I'm about to tell you stays between us, right? No one else can know about this, not Natsuki, not Monica, and definitely not Yuri. Okay, I promise. Can't shake off the feeling that I'm somehow about to betray Yuri, but I have my own needs as well. If I'm going to talk to someone about the issues we're having, I'm going to have to be 100% transparent. Do you remember when you found me and Yuri in the girls' bathroom last week? She nods. Well, Yuri was. Last chance. She was cutting herself. So her reaction is exactly how I imagined it to be. Shock and sadness. Huh? She cut herself? But why? It's basically a kind of coping strategy for when she feels really stressed or overwhelmed. That's so sad though. I had no idea poor Yuri was going through this. She tries very hard to hide it, so don't feel too bad. Besides, I only found out by accident. But that's a really bad way to deal with stuff, isn't it? I have a sig. As nice as it is to find someone who agrees with me, Sayuri's affirmation drives home my hopelessness. Yes, it is. I've been trying to nag her into try therapy, but that's basically caused 2 huge fights we have had. And she just thinks that I'm naive and stupid and that I see therapy as some magical fix to her issues. I get that it won't be easy for her, but she's not even willing to try it. How long has she been cutting herself for? Like a couple of years? Wasn't too bad up until her parents died. Wait, what? Parents are dead? Oh my god, I need to comfort her. There's really no point in doing it now. It's not like she'll respond to you, but I feel awful for her. All this time she cuts herself and her parents are dead, and I've done absolutely nothing to help her. That's not your fault, is it? She kept this stuff from you. So it's not like you did it deliberately. If it makes you feel any better, I only found out that she cuts herself by accident, like I said. No, but she bites her lip and looks down at the floor. Anyway, now that you know about her parents and the self-harm, I guess I can tell you about what caused our arguments. With a heavy heart to recall what was said during the first argument. So, she feels jealous because we hung out together. Yeah, she's always thought that you would make a better girlfriend and that she can't make me happy as you do. I've reassured her many times as you and I are just good friends, but I guess she doesn't see it that way. There's a pained look on Sirius' face. I'm really sorry. Don't be. Nothing is your fault. If there's anyone I'm really pissed off with, it is with those bullies who used to prey on her insecurities. I guess use of being bullied really changed the way she sees herself. Okay, wait a bit. There you go. Okay, let's go. Guess years of being bullying really changed the way she sees herself and really fucking sucks. So yeah, that's basically what happened. You saw how awkward things were between us at school, so I gave her a couple of days before I tried to talk to her again. And next, well, you can probably guess how that went down. Another painful recall. You guys are really in the pickle, aren't you? Yeah, definitely could say that. Don't really know what to say. Well, at least that's when you know that things are really bad. When not even you can say something positive about it. What? No, that's not it. Just don't know that self-harm and stuff was involved. I know. I'm only messing. Well, sort of. For what it's worth, Yuri, just being able to talk to you about this stuff has been really helpful. I still don't really know what to do, but talking to you has really helped. Really? But I didn't even do anything. You don't need to. Just being around you and you being you helps. So thank you. That's okay. I'm glad I was able to help even if I couldn't do much. Although I can't help but feel like I've betrayed Yuri trust. You know, by telling you our deepest secrets. Don't feel like that. Your intentions were good, and that's what counts. You opened up to me because you wanted to help her, right? Definitely a part of it, yeah. But it was selfish too. Huh? How? I wanted to help myself as well. My head felt like it was going to explode because I was keeping all the stuff within me. And I wanted some release, even if I meant exposing your secret like that. I hang my head in shame. But Sarah gently clasps my hands in hers and smiles at me. You're not selfish at all. Sometimes we've got to put ourselves first, you know. If you didn't talk to me, who knows what would have happened if you kept bottling up your issues. Well, you know exactly what would happen. You know exactly what would happen, don't you? You did the right thing. Besides, we're both Yuri's friends. It's not like you told a random stranger or someone mean who would have told everyone about their problems. And I think, now that I know, I can maybe try and help you two out. How? Well, don't really know, but you're not alone anymore. That should help, I hope. It does. Anyway, like I said, not really sure what you should do. But I can spend some time with Yuri, and maybe ask the other girls to join us. I won't tell anyone what you told me, but if we all spend some time with her, maybe that'll help. It might help her take her mind off things, but also give her the time she needs to be ready to talk to you again. I think maybe she does need help, but just not from you. Ouch. Sorry, I didn't mean like that. Nah, maybe you're right. After all, I'm not her only friend, am I? Might not do her well to spend time with other people. Might do her well to spend time with other people. I know she loves and values the club, so perhaps you're right. It can't hurt to try, right? I mean, I would be impressed if your attempts go any worse than mine did. Don't say that things will be fine, Don't say that. Things will be fine, I promise. Really hope so. Cyril lets out a loud yawn. Oh, sorry. Didn't get much sleep last night. Go home and get some rest. Then, you've helped me enough as it is. You sure? I don't mind sneaking around if you want to talk about anything else. I think I'll be okay for now. Okay, if you're positive. She makes for the door, but before she heads out, she turns around and looks at me. Will I see you in school tomorrow? Yeah, good, because my morning walks are lonely without you. There's no one to make fun of me. She pouts and I can't help but laugh, a genuine laugh that restores some light to the bleakness that surrounds me. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow morning, then. Although she leaves, the faint thing of hope lingers in the air. I just hope it stays. Please be right, Sayori. Please let things be right. Be fine again. What? Not for the first time I'm woken up by my phone. Man, this thing really is something in my tracks at once I know the detective's from. Any remaining vestiges of my sleep are instantly replaced by a horrible mixture of both anticipation and stress. Holy, how long is this text? You don't have to make any more excuses for me. You don't have to make so many excuses for such a pitiful, self-loathing freak. How truly pathetic I am. Yearning for the past, yearning for my parents, people I couldn't even be transparent with. Maybe it was for the best that I didn't show them how abhorrent I truly am. They would have been worried and would have wasted so much time trying to convince me to get help, much like you do. But me being the selfish, pathetic person I am, I can't even do that. I can't even order food at the cafe without turning into an embarrassment. Why is it that something as simple as making a booking is beyond me? I've even caused you to miss school over these past few days with you, with the worrying I've forced upon you. I want to change, I really do. If there's one thing I hate about myself most is how pervasive my inability to function by myself runs. I grew too dependent on you. Let you do so many things for me because I'm lazy, weak individual who never had any drive to actually act upon my wish to change. You don't have to apologize for any of the things you've said. Do you know why? Because you were right. My arms are an ugly mess. I don't communicate at all, but it's okay. In a strange sense, hearing all those things from you was comforting sense of closure. It confirmed that I always knew in my head that I really am an aberration. Finally realized that every single person who ever bullied me was in the right and I was in the wrong, especially about you to think you could have changed me. You were nothing but a false hope, and I know it's extremely selfish of me to dump such a long text on you, but it's the only way I feel like I can actually talk to you now. And besides, I know you don't want to see me anymore, and even getting this out proved to be extremely difficult, so please forgive me. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. What the fuck? For a few moments I stare dumbly at my phone as my brain tries to process such a damning text. Part of me feels like it's on fire. Mentally, my mind feels like it's going at a billion miles an hour. Yet another part feels completely frozen. How am I... What am I meant to... What? Where do I even start? Finally, my hands start shooting a response back. What I'm typing, though, is beyond me. It's almost as if there's disconnect between my brain and my fingers. Yuri, you're scaring me. Please, it's not like that at all. I do still want to see you. I still want to fix stuff between us. Please believe me. Please let me just talk to you. Agonizingly slow moments pass by without a response. I waste no time in ringing her, but of course nothing. What to do? Okay. Huh? Sayuri? I crossed the room and opened the door. What are you doing? Well, I wanted to make sure you came to school, of course. I realized you might still be feeling really down, so I came over again. And glanced back at my phone lying on my bed, still lying suspiciously silent. What's wrong? As always, I quick on the uptake, noticing where I'm looking. Oh, did Yuri message you? Did Yuri came to school yesterday? Yeah, but I don't even wait for her to finish before I start heading for the bathroom. I forgot to see her today, and I've got to sort this out for the good. I don't care what it takes. Nothing about Sakurai's lesson is actively registering in my brain. I didn't see Yuri anywhere before my first lesson, and by the point I had to reluctantly stay, it's looking like she isn't in. God damn it, Sayuri said she came in yesterday, so of course I had to assume the same would hold true for today. Finally lunchtime, I pack my bag at light speed and rush over the door, but just then, lucky may I have a moment. God damn it! Is the whole world against me today? I somehow managed to suppress my boiling emotions before turning to Sakurai with a strange smile. Sir, don't worry, I don't intend to hold you for long. Then get on with it. Is everything alright with you? You haven't been paying any attention in the classes and you look rather stressed. No, everything's not alright. Yes, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. I know I'm just a teacher, but you can talk to me if need be, right? Okay, thanks. Sorry, I just really need to use the bathroom. I was rushing too much to go this morning, so I was holding it in until now. Oh, in that case, then let me not stop you. With a wave back, I rocketed out of the club, off to the clubroom. Sorry, Sakurai, but I really have to hurry. I go through the door and waste absolutely no time with my questions. Have either of you seen Yuri? No, I don't think so. Neither have I. She's not in today. Hey, we really need to... I don't even let her finish. Hey, where are you going? Sayuri, you said you saw Yuri yesterday, right? Yeah, why? Was she okay? Like her sleeves, were they like look different all of or anything. Just leaves. Oh, I don't think so, but she looked really pale, and to be honest, she barely spoke to us, although she did ask where you were. And then, well, when we told her you didn't come in today, she left. She murmured something about needing the bathroom, and she didn't come back. The wave of fear that shoots through me sickening speed almost makes me ill. Tell the others I've gone home. Huh? Why? Look, is this something happened to Yuri? I've already started making my way to the end of the corridor, so your concerned face barely even registers in my mind. Stop asking so many fucking questions and just do it. As I'm trying to fight off the feeling that I have made an awful mistake, I whip out my phone and urgently flip Yuri's number. Come on, nothing but the damning sound of the dial tone, droning and droning on. I don't care if I have to break down a damn front door, I'm going. But before I even to brush the door, I hear the sound that I've been yearning to hear of that feels like very, very long time. I flash my phone, being wiped out, and answer. Yuri, I read your text, please just let me in. I'm outside your house, and my voice is down as I hear sobbing coming from the other end. I miss them, I miss them so much. Yuri, calm down, just talk to me. I'm scared. What have I done? I don't know if these ones will heal. You scare me, Yuri. You really scare me. Are you home? Please just open the door. I'm right outside. I can't. I was thinking. I didn't mean to. I'm so scared. It isn't meant to hurt like this. It isn't meant to hurt like this. I just want to see them again. Yuri, hold on, Yuri. I'm hanging up just for a second. Call an ambulance. But I'm calling back right after. Hang on, okay? Didn't mean to. Holy fuck, did she... Oh, wait, did she cut her wrists? Holy shit, what the fuck are you thinking, kid? Come on. What the fuck? What? Looky, I'm scared. Looky, no answer. Slowly release my grip on the phone and let it fall with a thump on the floor. It's warm and wet on the carpets. How am I supposed to clean up this? I've never had to clean this much blood before. Mom, Dad, I'm sorry. It was okay before. How did it turn out this way this time? Oh, we are... Shit, we are seeing her view. No! It's too deep this time. I'm so scared. Mom, Dad, help me, please. From far away, this is an irritating tiny rings and rings. There's a red all over my arms and legs. Please, anyone. It's all my fault. Mom, help. I need you. Dad. I'm all alone. Slowly, the noises are fading. The banging at the door and the ringing is the stinging in my arms. The noises are fading. Wait, what? What was that? No! You're joking, right? This was the end? What the fuck? No. I'm not taking this as a ending. What the fuck was this? No. You're joking, right? This is just some sick joke, isn't it? All the work, everything we did was all in vain? We couldn't save her. We couldn't save her at all. What have we done? What have I done? You guys don't have any fault on this. What have I done? I chose everything correctly. Everything. Like, helping her was the best way to help her getting through everything. How did this happen? What the fuck? Yuri, why? She died. She killed herself. She cut the wrists. What the fuck, Yuri? Why? Well, I'll post another video starting Sayori's road. I'll also search to see if there is another Yuri's road where she not dies. And I'll also search if there is a way to make it Monica's road. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment down below. I don't know, guys. I hope you liked this video, and well, see you guys in the next episode. See you on the flip side. Goodbye, pals.